Guys, I'm gonna warn you, there is actually some wokish stuff in this book. It's a little scary. Hey guys, if you're watching this right now, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for new notifications. Thank you. So, so next, we got comic books to cover, guys. I know everybody's talking about Star Wars Theory. We'll cover Star Wars Theory will be at the end, but I got comic books to cover, and I got really fucking good comic books this week. The first one is Goodying the Polymath. No. I picked up Wonder Woman. I don't know. I probably should have looked. I don't know if it's just called Wonder Woman #4 or Dawn of DC Wonder Woman #4. I don't know. I probably should have looked that up. But anyways, Miguel O'Hara. I haven't been to a comic book store since my last stream. I'm gonna go before the next stream, obviously. But yeah, I will pick up a Spider-Man one, and the Miguel O'Hara ones are looking really promising to me because they just started a new Miguel O'Hara series, and I have the original Miguel O'Hara back there. I'll probably show it off when I talk about that if I pick it up. But anyways, we got Wonder Woman #4. This cover just interested me. Just kind of like Wonder Woman is like an outcast now. She's a criminal. She's being kicked out for some reason. I don't know. It intrigued me, so I picked up this book. And it begins with a newscast. Apparently, a soldier committed suicide because of some sort of confrontation with Wonder Woman. We're getting a huge exposition dump here. It's massive, and it's interesting because it seems like apparently, like, I haven't read the book, but like judging from the news dump here, like he had lasso of truth on him. He admitted some things, and they committed suicide, and people are outraged. They blame Wonder Woman for this. This is awful, guys. I'm gonna warn you, there is actually some wokish stuff in this book. It's a little scary, but anyways, we get this huge exposition dump, and the next page, Wonder Woman is essentially visiting a family. They have a dying son, and Wonder Woman is his favorite superhero, clearly. And yeah, she's visiting him, and that's nice. And then the mom's talking to him, and he's excited because he gets to meet Wonder Woman, who's his hero. That's what Wonder Woman's doing. Meanwhile, we get to the present. And they're talking about plans. How are we going to handle this Wonder Woman and what she did to that soldier? They're getting pissed, and there's this super evil guy. Obviously, the president's kissing his ring. We got some evil shit going on here, and they're going to figure out how to deal with this Wonder Woman thing. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman is with this family and with this boy who's a huge Wonder Woman fan, and she's taking him on the invisible plane. I didn't even know the visible plane was still around. I thought they just made her flying, but maybe they just brought it back for this. Or maybe it's flat out back. I don't know. I always thought the invisible plane was corny, but like, I don't know. It kind of works here. Like, taking a kid on an adventure. I kind of dig it. But yeah, she's taking him flying on the invisible jet. And then we got Amanda Waller and the government here. And they're pissed at Wonder Woman. We need to figure out what to do about this Wonder Woman. The next page is literally this Wonder Woman with the kid, and they're talking about what do you want to do? What would you like to see? And she's gonna take him around. It's nice, and yeah, it like you're seeing a dichotomy here, and we'll get to what the point is of this because I love the discrepancy we're seeing between these two concurrent storylines going on. It's kind of wonderful. But yeah, now they're flying on the invisible jet. He's just having the time of his life. Holy shit. And meanwhile, we got soldiers. One of the soldiers appears to be named Steve. He's getting a rough time. I'm assuming it's Steve Trevor. I'm assuming he's kind of standing up for Wonder Woman. But yeah, people aren't happy with Wonder Woman right now for what happened in the last issue. I don't know the full context yet, but they're really pissed at her. But she takes the young boy to Themyscira. And, you know, the Amazons are like, hey, you can't just bring him here. And, you know, if you will have to, you know, you can't just bring him here. And one woman's like, do I have to kick all your asses so you can bring him here? Because I am bringing him here. Suck it up. But yeah, she brings him to Paradise Island. There's some kerfuffle about her doing this, but you know, eventually she does, and she gives him a good show. It's you know, it looks like he has the time of his life. It's pretty awesome. And meanwhile, we got the President of the United States essentially announcing that Wonder Woman is an enemy to the American people. And meanwhile, on Themyscira, we have this really unbelievably great moment where one woman is just sitting with this boy on this rock, and he's talking about how all his friends they pick on him because all his friends they like Superman, they like Batman. He's the only one that likes they like the normal stuff. He's the only one that likes Wonder Woman, and he's like, is this normal? Is there something wrong with me? Like, why is this happening to me? Why do they pick on me? You know, is there something wrong with liking Wonder Woman? It's just, you know, she just hugs him and she's like, there's nothing wrong with you. And you know, and it's clearly a moment meant to reflect like so many people who just feel like disconnected from life, and it's just such a lovely moment, and it's wonderful. And you know, and then we still have the military. They're planning. You know, what are we gonna do with this Wonder Woman? She's a menace, and she's just hugging this dying boy who's just he just needs a hug. And then we just see it go back and forth, and you know, it's Wonder Woman with the kid as the news is announcing how Wonder Woman is just a public enemy and she needs to be stopped, and that. I fucking love this story. I cannot tell you how much I love what this story is about. Because you go through it and you got this whole world like going against Wonder Woman. And what is Wonder Woman doing? She is out there just giving this kid the time of his fucking life. She is out there actually doing good while everybody's just complaining about like her teaching the wrong message or some shit. And I love this story so goddamn much. This is such a beautiful story. I wish I knew more of the background, but like just this story by itself is legit the best comic book stories I've read so far. This is the fourth one. This is the best one I've read so far. We'll see if 5 and 6 can compete. Now I will say it hurts a little bit because there's a second story. Oh, real quick, where are the names? We need to recognize names. All right, so this first book, the first story is written by Tom King, drawn by Daniel Sempier, and I slaughter names. I do. Is it Tamu Mori, colorist? Okay. They do a great job with this first story, and then, but this isn't the only story. The second story is the Trinity story, and when I say Trinity, it is John Kent, Damian Wayne, and I believe Lizzie Prince is her name. And they're just doing a little quirky adventure. And here's the thing, like, everybody likes to talk about how apparently John Kent's defining characteristic is that he's bi, but like, if you actually read this story, like this little short story, his defining characteristic that I see is that he's kind of a goofball. But anyways, so they encounter Lizzie, and she's having visions of Themyscira, and they have to bring her out of it. And, you know, she's fighting in this gladiator fight, and they're like, you know, we gotta get her out of this, what's up? Yeah, and, you know, it's the two of them talking, and eventually it's up to Damien to get her out, which he is able to. So, like, it's a simple story. There's not a whole lot to it. This one's written by Tom King again. Is that Belen Ortega? And Alejandro Sanchez, colorist. So this story it's fun. There's nothing great to it, but it's not nearly as good as the first story, and it does bring this book down a little bit. I would say the first story is a 5-star, 5 out of 5, easy, and this one's probably like a 4. It's entertaining, but it's nothing great. So I'd say this book overall is a 4.5. Another 4.5. For how bad modern comic books are, so far these seem pretty good to me. We'll see. Maybe the next two will be complete shitfest.
No, but it's what I'm going to do.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.